Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best external hard drives.
Starting at number 5.
LaCie Rugged SSD. The Go Anywhere drives above are a solid solution for people who need to make backups in the field, like photographers and videographers. But if you want an extra level of comfort, this padded drive from LaCie has long been a favorite of travelers. LaCie makes both an SSD version and a traditional spinning drive version. If speed isn't an issue, as with making nightly backups, then the cheaper spinning drive makes more sense. If you're backing up in the middle of a photo shoot or similar situation where backing up needs to happen fast, the SSD version is what you want.
Coming at number 4.
OWC 1TB Envoy. If you need a drive that can stand up to life in a backpack or camera bag, get wet, or handle a drop onto hard surfaces, OWC drives are your best choice. It's tough to pick a winner here because there are many solid options, but OWC's Electron drive narrowly beat others in benchmark tests. I also like that you can swap out the drive inside the aluminum casing. It's easy to unscrew, which means 2 years from now, you can pick up a faster bare SSD and drop it in the hardy Electron enclosure.
At number 3.
Crucial X9 2TB. Crucial's X9 Pro hits the sweet spot of speed, portability, and price to be one of the best drives out there for photographers looking to make backups in the field. These drives are tiny, about half the size of a deck of cards, and weigh a mere 1.3 ounce. 38 grams. They'll connect to just about anything. I tested the X9 Pro on Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS and never hit any issues with any of them. When it comes to speed, the X9 Pro claims symmetrical read and write speeds at 1050 megabits per second. I actually consistently got higher speeds, up to 1110 megabits per second for read and 1100 megabits per second for write. That puts the X9 Pro at the top of the pack in terms of portable drive speed. I've been testing the X9 Pro for several months now, and while I can't yet speak to the long-term survival rate, I have been testing X6 and X8 drives from Crucial for over 2 years now without issue. There is also the X10 Pro drive, $180, which offers even faster speeds if you have a PC that supports USB 2x2. The latest Intel chips support this spec, but Apple does not, so there's no point in buying the X10 Pro if you have a Mac. I do not own a PC that supports USB 2x2 for extensive testing, but I did get a chance to at least try it, and the X10 Pro does indeed deliver on its promise of 2100 megabits per second. I got it up to 2050 megabits per second. If your hardware supports it, the X10 Pro is worth the extra money.
Number 2 of my list.
Crucial X6 2TB. These Crucial drives are my favorite general-purpose external storage drives. They're reasonably priced for a portable SSD and speedy enough for most uses. The Crucial X9 is a step up from the X6, both in terms of build quality, it's metal to the X6 plastic, and speed, but the X9 is considerably more expensive. The X6 is lightweight and tiny, making it a good choice for working at the coffee shop. This isn't a blinding fast hard disk. In fact, under the hood, the X6 uses an older drive interface, serial at attachment, or SATA, which was more common with spinning hard drives. So while it's small and light, its speed is limited by that older interface technology. In my testing on Windows and Mac OS, that works out to about 550 megabits per second read speed and 208 megabits per second write speed. That's good enough for backup and use as an external drive, but I don't recommend it for Xbox or PlayStation use. It does work fine with the iPad Pro though. Unfortunately, the only connector included is a USB-C cord. If your laptop only has USB-A ports, you'll need an adapter for $9. Another downside is the plastic construction. It's a portable hard drive, not an indestructible hard drive. If you're worried about it breaking in your bag, grab a padded case. There are plenty out there, like this one.
And number 1.
Western Digital 8 TB. For incremental backups, which we recommend, speed isn't a huge factor. That's why the first drive I recommend is this Western Digital Elements hard drive. I have been using a variation of the Elements desktop hard drive to make incremental backups of my data for more than a decade now. These drives are big and require external power, but they're some of the cheapest, most reliable drives I've used. Transfer speeds are not off the charts. The Elements drive I tested scored 120 megabits per second (Mbps) for sequential writes on Windows, but again, you should ideally be running backups overnight anyway, and even at these speeds the average PC backup will be done by morning. These drives use USB-C with support for USB 3, and I've had no problem using them with Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Storage options go all the way up to 20 terabytes. Just check the prices. Sometimes you can get a 10 or even 12 terabytes drive for not much more than the 8 terabyte version. And I have not seen a huge difference between the Elements line, the WD My Book drives, or the WD My Passport drives. The My Passport drives command a premium price because they're smaller, and the My Book drives have some encryption features that drive up the price, but I find the basic Elements drive is sufficient for most people.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.